Hello everyone, Amradorn here, and welcome back to Am's Journeys. I hope you're having a good day today. I'm doing well. I'm in a trench. Yep. This is part of the road that I've been building across the jungle here so that I can get the temple planned out. There's still a lot to do here. I haven't been as productive as I wanted to be in getting this done. But we are going to get this finished today. So this road needs to be finished off and get it finished, cut through here. We've got some hills to kind of work with. And then we're going to start working on the temple today as well. So this is where it comes out on the other side. So yeah, now there will have to end up being some terraforming going on. I really kind of like this little bay right here. This is actually pretty cool. There's a dolphin. It sounds like an Enderman. But we got this cool little bay here. Well, there's a witch. There is a witch over here somewhere. Huh. Okay. Well, we'll have to deal with that as well. But yeah, today we're going to get this road finished, get it cut through the jungle here. Lots to get done. And so let me go ahead and get the road caught up here. And then when I come back, we'll kind of work on the, because there's going to be some places here where we need to like put some barriers and some bridges, and we'll get that all kind of worked out and make sure that we've got everything set the way we want it to be, and then we can work on the temple, because I definitely want to start on that today if at all possible. So lots and lots to do. Lots of digging, lots of tree cutting, so much to do. Let me get that out of the way, and once we get the road cut, we can come back and we can decorate it up. Alright, so I have popped into spectator mode, so you can kind of check this out and kind of get a bird's eye view of where I'm at. Of course, I ended up deciding to do it at night for no good reason. So you can't really see anything. But this pillar of dirt right here is the center. You know, from that side to that side, it's like 300 blocks for on either side, almost 400 blocks. So it's like 800 blocks from end to end, maybe a little bit more. But this is the center. This is where the center of the temple is going to be. And it's going to go out that way and that way and that way and that way. So from the center to the beginning over here, to actually right here is 92 blocks. And it'll be the same way on the other side for 92 blocks. So that's 184 blocks from side to side. Plus a little extra. There's another, 3 blocks here, because I built this little creature head. And, you know, he breathes fire. So there'll be one of these. There's going to be 4 staircases. One on each side of the temple. And this will be a stepped pyramid, basically, is what it's going to be. Taking some inspiration from Mayan and Aztec temples. So yeah, it's going to be stepped, and there's going to be staircases on all 4 sides, and it's going to be massive, like 200 blocks from one end to the other, almost. Once all the decoration stuff is on. Plus, I'm going to put a little plaza around it. Basically, this whole jungle is going to end up getting terraformed and made to kind of fit this pyramid. once we get it all put together, there is an old, a standard jungle temple over here. Now, I think this is the one that I've already explored. But yeah, it's gonna be big. It's gonna be crazy big. Yeah. Hopefully my math will be right this time. Because like when I was doing a similar build in season 1 of CenturyCraft, which is kind of where this idea comes from, my math was off, and I nearly tore the whole thing down. I wasn't thrilled with where it was going, and yeah. But with that said, I think what we want to do next is we want to work on this road. Now this road goes all the way back here to the house. Okay, whoops, and I'm in spectator mode, so that's not loading properly. Let me get back into survival, where I should be, and we'll work on decorating the road, because I do want to get the road kind of worked out up to this side of the temple before we get too much farther, but I wanted to get the temple started in this episode, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I have a whole bunch of jungle logs here, and I've carved out this trench, and I kind of want to keep this pattern all the way through here, which means that I'm going to have to build this log that goes all the way across and then strip it. Just like this. And then we're going to have threads. Okay, so yeah. That is, I think, a spruce plank. Alright. So, we are going to continue on down through here. I haven't decided what I want to do with the walls. Because it really feels like the walls on the sides of the roads, where I had to cut into the terrain, we should probably do something with that, kind of, like retaining walls. They should definitely have some retaining walls of some sort. And the other thing is, I'm because of the size difference of the temple stairs, that I misjudged my math there. I may end up having to I'm drawing a blank. I may have to widen the entire road. Which means a whole lot more digging and clearing of trees. Yeah. Yep. That is probably that is the largest downside of building in the jungle, is all of the clearing that you have to do to get everything built the way you want it, and because the terrain isn't going to match, it just won't, so you've got that to deal with, and then you've got all the trees, because there's so much in the way of ground clutter and stuff that you just, there's nothing you can do about it. You just got to kind of live with it. And yep, there are going to be some holes every once in a while in this. The one thing I haven't quite figured out is how exactly I want to age it. You know, this road, and how do I want to texturize it? Oh, creeper blow up. Okay, that's fine. He's not really in a position right now to really cause me too much difficulties. I'm pretty well armored because of the, you know, netherite gear that I've got, so that's not really an issue. Let's see here. Okay, so finish that out to there. Okay. Alright, so let's start stripping these logs all the way back to home. Let's get these out of that hand, because it's kind of a pain in the butt to have, you know, trying to put down torches every so often. Because then we can just kind of do this. That sounds weird. It really does sound weird. Extra logs there. Oh, no. Okay, we didn't. I thought we were missing one there for a second. We did miss one there. I think we've got enough light down for the most part. We're not going to be out doing road stuff all that often. That log is in the wrong direction. Alright, so there we go with that. Alright, so it looks like 3 blocks of spruce and then a stone block. Do I have a bunch of spruce down here still? Let's see. Hey, bird. Yes, I do. Okay, that's good for me. Let's grab that. We'll do that, so I have that. I think I've got stone for a little while. We'll pop up here. Alright, so that did it as planks instead, but alright, so 1, 2, 3, and then this one here should actually be a stone block. There we go. All right, so 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 2, 3. And we'll fill that in for now. Easier to work with that way. Whoops. Really? In the hole. That's where it's supposed to go. And then we just got to keep working on this all the way down. So let me go ahead and get some of this done, and then we'll come back and take a look. Okay, so I have gotten the road started. Let's take a look. I'm following the same pattern that I had up to here. Now, I haven't done the sides yet, and I'm kind of holding off a little bit because I don't know for sure yet if I'm going to end up opening this up a little bit more or not. So I'm just kind of leaving it as it is for now. We're just doing the center. But it does go all the way over to the temple. It looks like I left a few blocks here. So if we follow this down, and this is kind of a long trip. There's more blocks here than I thought. I probably should eat something real quick. You can kind of see the start of the temple up there. There's a few places like here where, you know, I want to do bridges, and then there's, you know, places where we've cut through that I want to put up retaining walls and those sorts of things. But again, I kind of want to wait on that until I know for sure how wide this thing is going to be, because it may change as we go through. Alright, so I've kind of set up a little base camp here, and this is the start of the temple. Yep, he's kind of a... So the idea here is that each of these stairs will go up to the peak of the temple. There'll be steps on the walls of the temple, so it'll be basically a stepped pyramid. But then in the middle there will be this thing. This will be a feature that kind of runs down the middle of the staircase on all four sides. Now, I haven't done anything with the other side yet. I've just kind of done up to here so far. And I want to finish this staircase all the way up to the top, as well as kind of the start of the walls on both sides, before I move on to the staircase on the other side. Because I want to make sure I get this right before I move on to the next one. And because there's going to be like 4 of these, one on each side of the temple, and it's also going to essentially determine how big the base is and how big the walls are for each one. There's a lot of work to do to get this all right, and I'm going to have to be checking my math all along the way, because, you know, when I was trying to do something similar in Centercraft Season 1, I just totally screwed it up, because I did the height of the first layer, but then I miscounted when I was setting up the steps for the next layers, and basically had the walls all done before I realized that my math was totally off. Because what I had done is, when I was counting my walls, okay, I started from this block and went up on the first floor. But after that, I started from basically the floor block up. And so I was 1 block off on every level above the first. Yeah. It was very painful. It was very unsatisfying, to say the least. I still like that temple, and I mean, it's the basis for this one. This one has got a little bit more features, and I've learned a little bit since then, and I want to try some things a little different. Yeah. So we're gonna build this, and we're gonna see where things go from here. But I think I'm going to go ahead and close out this episode here. I know it's a little bit shorter than I normally do my episodes, but I think this is a good stopping point. Between now and the next episode, I want to get much of this staircase done as I can, to kind of, and then we'll come in and we'll show you the progress of where we're at. But I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye for now. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please hit the like button down below. If you'd like to see more, consider subscribing. And until next time, you guys have a good one. Goodbye.